physical, sorry, physical facilities with the rest of the nature means in college, what is your physical facility? The infrastructure, the faculty members, the staff members who are there to cater your needs. And your need is what? Right understanding of what? Quality education. So this is a physical facility. I've just given you a mere example. And if you want to be a successful human being, you must have harmony in yourself. Harmony means you should see about parity of what you want, what you get, and how you carry it down till end, and how you cope up with your family, your society, your nature, and how you are amongst the survival of the fittest amongst all in real-time applications. Now, to live in harmony, this already you have read, but I'm really recapitulating because I'm waiting for maximum to join. 96 participants already here. So if you are feeling bored, I should suggest you raise your hands. If you're liking the class, you should continue. Now, living in harmony means what? We should be together. What I believe is that the first and foremost thing of universal human values is the way how you proceed. That means single, we are nothing. United, we are everything. And being united needs a right understanding of relationship in accordance with what physical facilities you do have from the rest of part of your nature. And whenever you have the correspondence of all these things, it will lead you to mutual happiness, and hence you can achieve mutual prosperity. This is only a mere recap of what you have read in your last 3 sections. This is the 4th, I repeat, in universal human values. Now, next coming to this chart is also been taught to you in the previous classes, but I need to demonstrate this once again to go forward with my today's lecture, because all these are very much interrelated. I can't talk from the middle. I have to start from the very beginning, and I have to recap these things before going to detail of today's topic. Now, if see in this block diagram, it is written right understanding is missing. Means you don't know how to correlate and how to cope up with the relationships. If your understanding is not there, relationships are not going to develop. Even if you do have the physical facilities, you're not going to excel. I just give you a fair example with your subject. Everybody in your ICSC, IHC, or HS, whatever you have given, I'm not talking about the mode of education you did. That means a mode of language you got the education. I'm talking about your curriculum. Everybody's learned about physics. It's a very crucial topic of your 12th. Now, this is not related with the relationship. This is related with the right understanding. If the topic is not being understood by you, you are not understanding a particular aspect of physics. Say, I give an example. Since I'm a part of electrical, I'm talking about the Ohm's law. I ask my students, define Ohm's law. I have seen 99% students telling me, ma'am, V is equal to IR. But this is a basic formula. This defines that the candidate hasn't understood the formula only. It is not only a formula, it's something very basic related to the modern day applications, because everything related to electricals should start from the basic Ohm's law. So, if the right understanding is not there, even if you know the overall thing, you're not excelling. That means jack of all, master of nothing. So, first thing, you should know how and what is wanted. If your right understanding is missing, I repeat, your relationship aspects will be vague. If you're not understanding anything in your relationships, you will become unhappy. Even if you're having the physical facility, you'll be deprived from getting happy. I give you an mere example. You will be in that field in the coming days once you pass your fourth year. But you should know, I just give you a very real time example. You're working in a company, you're unable to understand what your boss is wanting you to do. Your boss is giving you an instructions, you're not able to understand that without interpreting what he or she is wanting from you. You are becoming angry. That means what? You're lacking in the relationships part. Even if much amenities are given to you to complete the work fast, you'll not be able to accomplish that because you haven't understood the perspective of your boss to accomplish the desired work in a desired way. Do you have any confusions regarding this till now? Anyone, if you do have any confusions, kindly speak out. Already we are 104. Already we are 104 in numbers. If you do have any confusions up to this, feel free to ask me. See, we the teachers always ask questions in the class, and what happens? Silence is two modes. Either I have understood everything or I have understood nothing. So I'm not able to see your faces.
Yes, ma'am,
So I
understood.
am okay. Thank you. Thank you. I want this acceptance because I don't like my students to be mum and always listening to the boredom lectures. And all class lectures should be interactive. You should speak out and feel free to share your doubts with the teacher because we are not lions. We are there to teach you. And we do learn from the students also, always remember in your mind, because the questions make ourselves much more effective and the subject becomes inbuilt within us with the questions. Oh, so don't be afraid to ask questions. Now, coming to the next part. The first thing was I haven't understood any portion of my boss's work which he or she is wanting from me. How can we transform myself? First and foremost thing of transformation is get the inner meaning of the words, what the person is wanting from you. A particular talk can have diversified meanings, but you must be very much professional enough in the professional field, much emotional in the family life, very predictive in the outdoor applications. So it needs your transformation of your mind. That means a single person have to be with different roles in different area. I just give you an example, which I believe every person should be like a tortoise with a shell on the outer side of the body so that the outer world peoples are not able to get the inner you, and you should get the nutshell value of what has been wanted from you. Then only you lead to right understanding of what has been wanted from you, and You build a harmony in between the right understanding and the relationships with what physical facility you do have. So, whatever the person or a event is wanting from you, just first think, don't react with what has been told the first time. Again, I repeat to the latecomers why this topic is very important for the engineering education, because we, the engineers, we are the planners, and planning requires harmony. And to understand harmony and to excel, we need to know universal human values. I just give you another example. We know that people who are very ill has to enter the ICU. Now tell me, it's an open question to the students. Who develops the amenities present in the ICU? Anyone answer me. Who develops the amenities associated in the ICU? The ventilation machine, the oxygen mask.
The engineers only.
Definitely. That means we are the planners, we are the developers. Who are the executors here? The doctors. And with the, with the due respect to all fraternity, I want to say engineering profession is the only profession wherein you can do both predictive and preventive maintenance, which requires a very sound state of mind and harmony amongst right understanding in any relationship with existing physical facility. Now, I should tell you, I talked about two terms, predictive and preventive maintenance. Predictive means, let us suppose I give an example with a laptop. Oh, leave it. I give an example with your mobiles. I hope many of you are online in mobiles. You love mobiles, isn't it or not? Yes or no? I'm trying to make it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now, see, you have mobiles. Kindly switch off your microphone. Switch on only if you do have any questions, because it creates interference then. Okay, now in mobiles, predictive maintenance means with a sequential list of data from the mobile, if you try to capture it for a certain tenure of time, you will be able to predict after how many years that particular mobile is going to die, which is predictive maintenance. We engineers can do it. Again, preventive maintenance. Whenever the mobile is not working in a right pace, what we do? We take it to the service center. What they do? They do the preventive maintenance, the repairs, the unnecessary parts, and they give you your mobile only in a new form, which is preventive maintenance. Doctors cannot say by seeing the structure and the data of a human being how many years the people is going to survive. What they do, once we fall ill, we go to the doctors and they give us the necessary medications and the necessary hospitalizations to make us fit again. So engineers are the only, engineering rather I should say, is the only profession which can do predictive as well as preventive maintenances. So to do this, universal human values incorporation amongst the engineers is very crucial aspect. So don't think that it's a very abstract topic. No need to learn about it, no need to read about it, but you should have this concept in your mind that to sustain in an engineering education, you need to be firm enough and you have to work in any one of the fields with the right understanding, which may not be predefined in your bookish language, which may not be predefined in what you learn today. You must be dynamic. So, to be dynamic, you should have the right understanding. So, moving ahead, this is a part wherein it has been said that what is our need when we need, which is the time, and whether it is qualitative need or quantitative need. I'm coming, what is the definition in between these two terminologies? And who are fulfilling that? What are the activities associated with the fulfillment of your need? When you are getting the need resolved, and what is the response? So, this is a consolidated chart which tells you how your need is getting satisfied with the duration of time and what are the qualitative and quantitative approaches. Qualitative means it is written, say it's a feeling. I just give you an example. Today's class, you are not liking or you are loving. It is what? It's your inner core feeling. Can I measure how much you are liking the class? Anyone answer me? Or how much you are disliking the class? Is it measurable?
No,
No.
ma'am.
It's
No,
not
ma'am.
measurable. So, what you are having, you are telling, I love you. I do not love you. It is a qualitative aspect. That means it's coming from your inner core, it's a feeling. So, and nextly, it is a quantitative. I need 10 number of pencils to accomplish this task. I love to use pencils. Tell me, which one is qualitative, which one is quantitative?
I love the pencils.
I
Qualitative
love
one.
pencil is qualitative.
Very good. See, everything is
And
coming from your inner core. That means that right understanding should be there. Without right understanding, nothing is effective. So I love pencil is a qualitative aspect. I need 10 number of pencils to complete this work. It is a quantitative aptitude. Now, whether I need the item continuously to be happy or I need it now only to be happy, that has to be defined. My mind is saying, I want continuously through a span of 365 days to eat mutton. But your body says, I cannot consume that because it is fatal to the health. So you should have a coexistence and parity of what you are wanting and your body is wanting. These are the needs of a human being. What I am wanting, what my system is wanting are these two applications. Next is fulfilled by. Who is fulfilling my desire? Whether I am being fulfilled with the right feeling only or to fulfill my requirement, I need to transform myself from something to another thing. I just give you an example in technical applications. Again, I repeat, I am talking about programming language. My computer system, I need to condition monitor. I need to avail C-based programming language. You will learn it later on. I'm not going to detail of the C-based languages. Firstly, I want to share you that whatever engineering trade you are now, don't think that You will be working in that trade only when you are employed. Every engineer should be in multitasking mode. And I'm in electricals background. I had to learn computer science based programming for my doctoral part, which means that all engineers are multidisciplinary. So I just come back to this fulfillment part. I understand C language to condition monitor my laptop, but I don't know how to incorporate laptop amenities within my program to make it effective. So the first one is what? I know C language, which is what? Right understanding and right feeling. But second one, physiochemical things. I need to transform my understanding, and I should relate a laptop, which is a combination of electrical and electronics, and I need to combine it with my C programming. So it is a physiochemical change. Have you understood what I meant? What was my task? My task was to condition monitor my laptop. That means when the laptop is going to die, it was my task. To, to do that, what I need to do, I cannot do it manually. I have to connect it in online mode. So what I have to do, I have to do a computer programming. In that computer programming, what I have to give it as an input, I should giving as an input the technical parameters, that means the electrical parameters of this laptop, so that I can have the condition monitoring. So what I want to say, I'm doing a liaison between a different item, and I am transforming my mind from that so that I can excel in my C programming, and my C programming will be such a user friendly one that whatever data you're giving as an input to that algorithm will be giving you effectively the results in a very small interval of time. Have you all understood? Any questions in this regard? If you do have, kindly speak out. Okay.
No, ma'am, no question.
Thank you.
No,
Now,
ma'am. Okay.
next is the activity part. Means again, I'm coming to desire, thought, and expectation. And here it's given eating and walking. Again, I give you an example activity. It's my desire. I love to eat biryani. My thought, I want to eat biryani from Armenia. Expectation. If I would have entered paradise of Hyderabad, it would have been the best. But the body says, I can't eat much. I should walk along to make myself fit. So have you got the explicit difference between what is a realization of self and what is the body requirement? I repeat, my desire is I want to eat biryani. Thought it would have been good if I would have entered Armenia. My expectation, it should have been best if I would have head on to Hyderabad paradise, which is the best amongst all in India. So these are my thoughts, desires, and expectations. But my body says, whatever I eat, I should have a parity and I should walk to make myself fit. It's not written, it's dot dot here. I should avail all the physical facilities and I should accomplish that to be fit and fine in all respects, even if my desire says eat biryani each time. Have you all understood? Have you all understood? Any questions?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Next coming to. Okay, thank you. I love this responses because all are online and nobody is seeing nobody's faces. So always be proactive. Next is in time. Whether my expectations are continuous or temporary. If these are continuous, Your transformation should be continuous. If it is temporary, your transformation should be temporary. It is not a right thinking. I repeat, none of your desires can be continuous. None of your transformations can be continuous. Your desires can be continuous, but all of them may not be fulfilled, which means that you need to transform some of your desires, and you should come to a conclusion. You will rather come to a conclusion that even if I desire this continuously, this is not good for myself. So your realization will automatically delete those desires from your mind. And even if you desire it for a continuous mode of time, your body will say, I need it temporarily, because continuous requirement of that item may be fatal to my health. And what is the ultimate response? What I needed was my happiness. This is not always the case. Sometimes need is not justified, because I have seen parents saying their words, do as per your wish, read as per your wish. But wish what the words are having may not be correct. What we are wishing, we don't know why we are wishing that. We are getting transformed with the respect to our surroundings, and we are compelled to know what we are wishing now. I just give you an example. Then only you'll understand, because all this are very practical aspects, and it is nothing without a practical example. I wish to write with a Parker pen only. It's my wish. My parents know that I love to work with a Parker pen. But can you tell me, why do I wish to buy a Parker pen and write always? Why? I need. Nobody has this answer. I may have seen anyone using attitude or that pen, and compelled to wish that I will love to write if I have a Parker pen. Have you all understood, or should I repeat?
Ma'am, please
Yes, ma'am.
repeat once.
Basic science coordinator, sir. Am I able to speak in Bengali? Should I have been given a chance to speak in Bengali? Shiv Narayan, sir, can I speak in Bengali so that I can make themselves understand? Okay, leave. I'm trying my best to. Hello? Hello, sir. Shiv Narayan, sir. Orpita, ma'am, can I speak in Bengali to make themselves understand? Because in my classes, I sometimes speak in Bengali and Hindi.
Of course, Debopama, I met you. Of
Okay,
course.
thank
That's
you.
totally up to you.
Okay, ma'am.
It's totally up to you.
ওকে, দেখো আমি বাংলায় বলছি। যদি কারোর বাংলা বুঝতে অসুবিধা হয়, আমি আবার ইংলিশে বলবো, হিন্দিতেও বলতে পারি। বাট থিং ইজ দ্যাট এটা একটা খুব ক্রুশিয়াল আসপেক্ট, যে কেন আমি নিটটা কেন করছি। মা বাবাকে বলতে শোনা যায় যে ছেলে মেয়ে যেটা চাইছে সেটাই হোক, বাট কি চাইছে, সেটা কেন চাইছে, সেটা কি ডিফাইন্ড? আমি পার্কার পেন দিয়ে লিখতে ভালোবাসি, এটা আমার নিড। কিন্তু কেন নিড? এই নিডটা আমার মধ্যে এলো কি করে? আমি নিশ্চয়ই কাউকে, একটা মানুষকে পার্কার পেন দিয়ে লিখতে দেখেছি এবং তার মনের আনন্দটা ফিল করেছি, তাই জন্য ওটা আমার নিড হয়েছে। বিকজ নিড কামস ইন youngsters from physical perseverance. So what I need, I should know why I am needing it. and whether any assumptions are there in the need, whether I'm able to recognize why I'm needing it, and whether that need of mine will fulfill all of my desires. It is the self perspective. Is it clear now to all the students?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
coming to the body, whether if I use a Parker pen, I'll be able to grip it properly. You should recognize fascination is a need. Reality is what I can do. So, need is not always the correct thing. I need. If I don't get, I will suicide. Bullshit idea. I need. I should analyze in myself why I need it. How I have come to the conclusion that this need will lead me to prosperity. So, it has to be your brainstorming session. I love to read novels. Why I love? Because I may have seen some of my guardians reading novels and getting happiness. And that thought has been impinged on me indirectly. So I love to read novels. Have you all understood now what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next
Yes,
proceed.
ma'am.
Next, coming to harmony in self. Again, coming to the same time, it is a DTE concept, which is what I desire, thought, why I desire, expectation, whether this will lead me to the zenith or not. Zenith মানে top. তাহলে desire. Desire means I love to have a laptop which is very slick and can rotate in a 360 degree, which is my desire. I'm giving an example, thought. Whether the slit laptop, which is rotating at a pace of 360 degree, will suffice my needs, a thought. Expectation. Whether the 360-degree rotary slit laptop will be enough to meet all of my requirements such that I can deliver my presentation within the smallest interval of time. So these are these three entities. তার মানে কি হলো, আমি কি বলছি, একটা এক্সাম্পল আবার দিচ্ছি। আমার ডিজায়ার কি, যে আমি একটা খুব পাতলা 360 ডিগ্রি রোটারি ল্যাপটপ নেব, যেখানে স্ক্রিনেও টাচপ্যাড থাকবে এবং কিবোর্ডও থাকবে। কিবোর্ড যদি আমি আউট অফ ডেটও করে দিই, আমি কিন্তু স্ক্রিনেই টাচপ্যাডে আমি টাইপ করতে পারবো। এটা আমার ডিজায়ার। থটটা কি হলো, এই ল্যাপটপটা দিয়ে কি আমার সব প্রয়োজন মিটে যাবে? এক্সপেকটেশন, এই ল্যাপটপটা দিয়ে আমি কাজ করব এবং আমার সমস্ত প্রেজেন্টেশনের যা যা নন লিনিয়ারিটি সব কিন্তু অ্যাভেলড হবে। এইগুলোর মধ্যে প্যারিটি আছে না নেই? টেল মি, is there any parity of a desire, thought and expectation, what I have told just now? Do you see any parity? I repeat, desire, I need to have a very sophisticated laptop. Thought, this laptop will lead me to success. Expectations, all of my laptop amenities will be helping me to reach my zenith with a very solid presentation. Do you have any parity in between the three things what I have told just now?
No, ma'am.
Parity নেই। তার মানে কি, এই যে desire, thought and expectation what I am presenting, it's a very bullshit thing. So I should have a channelized thinking in parity with the desire to meet my expectations to reach the top. And again, I should say, always your target should not be to reach the top. Your target should be to accomplish a solid, effective work. And you should go by that only, fulfilling your desire and thoughts. So, human value says you should think why you are desiring that, whether it is coming from your inner core, seeing all non-realities, or you have been impinged with a desire from your surroundings, or you are able to have that desire in you to lead to an ethnic conclusion. তার মানেটা কি? আমার বক্তব্য যেটা, সেটা হচ্ছে প্রত্যেকটা কেসে আমি পড়ছি, এটা আমার ভালো পড়তে হবে ডিজায়ার। আমি ভালো পড়ে কি চাকরি পাবো? থট, এক্সপেকটেশন। সেই ভালো চাকরিটা কি 1 কোটি টাকার হবে? দিস ইজ এক্সপেকটেশন। দেখো, কোনোটার সাথে কোনোটা কিন্তু প্যারিটি নেই। তার মানে আমার মাথায় রয়েছে, আমি যখন পড়তে এসছি, I need a 1 crore job. It's not at all effective one. I'm just giving an example with the education. What should
Yes.
be my expectation? My expectation should be, I want to be a good engineer because I have entered the engineering education. How can I accomplish that? Your channelized desire and thoughts should be in line with your expectation. And expectation is not always to be the first person in your class, or the first person in your company, or the first person in your family. All these are vague things. So, harmony in self you will achieve when you have a guided right understanding, whether it is in your body, whether it is in your behavior, whether it is in your work. I just give you another example. If you have, even if you have a very tight schedule, if you have a smiling face, your smile dissolves all of your boredoms and your surroundings gets effective. The first thing, you should also know how to dissipate your boredom, how to dissipate your non-linearities to fulfill your expectation. So this comes with a harmony in self, which is a DTE concept. First, what you desire, what are the thought-provoking items to have your desire, and why you desire this, what is your ultimate goal or expectation. So this is all about the harmony in self. Next, coming to, again, I should say, you may feel boredom in reading these items, but I should tell you, see, each day different teachers are teaching the same subject. You may feel that why again this, again and again this topic is impinged on you. Answer is, your goal is to be an engineer, and your goal is to be marketable and sustainable. To be marketable and sustainable, you should have a very solid human values impinged within you, either from these seminars or from the bookish languages or in the practical sessions. Otherwise, if you don't have developed harmony amongst you, you'll not be able to sustain in the long run. So it's a request to all, please don't read this subject in a very bookish fashion. Try to relate this with real-time applications, with your day-to-day life work, what you do. Try to relate it with the self and the body. Again, I need self. What is the need? Whether my need will lead to happiness, you should think, which is the consciousness. Whether the happiness will give you prosperity, continuously or temporarily, which should be your consciousness. And you should regulate amongst all this. That means, see the line, feeling of responsibility towards the body for nurturing, protection, and right utilization of the body. That means you are a responsible person. When I can say, when you have a right parity of what I want, what I get, what is my expected goal? When you have a parity of that, then you have a self regulation with all physical facility, either permanent or temporary in time. So, whatever be the items or amenities or feelings within you, if you want to be a very good professional, you should regulate yourselves. Again, I give an example. You're working in a company, your boss has told you to accomplish a work at 5 p.m., which is your closure time of your office. I repeat, at 5 p.m., when your office is going to end, you have been asked by your boss to accomplish a task which is very urgent. Either you'll become angry or you will say, why am I given the task? It's my ending time. Or whether I can manage my time, I can manage my work because it is my work and I can accomplishing that, not sitting in the office, but I can accomplish it even if I'm going back home. That means you have to decide on that part, and this decision making is a self regulation. Whether you are willing to accomplish the work or you are non willing, firstly. Nextly, whether you will be able to do that work or not able. Thirdly, whether you have a right feeling amongst you that this work is given to you for the sake of the company, and you should have the belongingness with the company to accomplish the work. Have you all understood what I mean? Or should I repeat once again?
Ma'am, please repeat it.
বাংলায় বলছি। বিকেল 5টায় তোমার অফিস ছুটি, তোমাকে 5টার সময় তোমার বস বললেন যে এই কাজটা তোমাকে করে দিয়েই যেতে হবে, এটা ভেরি আর্জেন্ট। হয় তুমি বিরক্ত হলে, নয় তুমি কাজটা করলে, নয় তুমি করলে না। এই যে 3টে জিনিস আমি বললাম, এর মধ্যে মাইন্ডসেট কি হতে পারে? এক, আমি কি কাজটা করব না করব না। নেক্সট, আমি করতে পারি কি পারি না। থার্ড, এটা তো শুধু আমার কাজ নয়, এটা তো কোম্পানির কাজ, যেই কোম্পানির আমি পার্ট। Which one is belongingness? Tell me. To to the family where you're working, which term is belongingness? Anyone speak out. মানেটা কি? Self small level of understanding. Nextly, আমি করতে পারবো কি পারবো না, এটা আরো কম লেভেল অফ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং। করতে পারবো, আমাকে করতে হবে, কারণ এটা আমার একার কাজ নয়, আমার কোম্পানি কাজ। আমি যদি না হবে, মানে আমিও এবং এই হলে হলো, কিন্তু তার মানেটা কি, কাজটা যেটা হবে সেটা কোয়ালিটি। Am I able to make you understand now?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So this is the consciousness and self-regulation with what instrumental or non-instrumental things you do have amongst yourselves. Next, coming to respect. এই যে respect জিনিসটা, I have already told you in my last slide that whether you respect your work, I'm just giving example with your work, or leave it. Work is very far away from you because you have to reach 4 years ahead to be employed. Now let's talk about education. Coming to the teacher-student relationship, whether you are able to respect your teacher with the right evaluation, or that you are not in a position to evaluate these things are different level of understanding. My teacher is coming to the class teaching me a particular subject. He or she is the godfather of that subject to me. From that belongingness comes not only to the teacher but also to the subject, which is irrespective of your evaluation towards the teacher as well as the subject, which I believe after 14 years of listening, I am not in a position to evaluate my, which seems that I duly respect my teacher may not be right with the evaluation, but I think that my realized heck after talking to me, and I solely believe that the lack of competence occurs if I have uncompetent particular topic with huge number of diversified resources. Previously, when we were students, we don't had your smartphones. I myself didn't have the smartphones which you use it whenever you were able to, when you are sorry, when you are wanting to know something, what do you do? If you're asking your teacher or seeing a book, you just type that entity in the Google, you get the answer. But believe me, dear students, this does not inculcate right understanding amongst you because you are seeing a particular site, and specifically, I have seen students seeing Wikipedia. And my dear students, with folded hands, I should tell you that Wikipedia is not a very good source of understanding of a topic because the writers of Wikipedia are non-genuine. So if you're at all wanting to have clear perspective rather of a particular subject, you should read multidisciplinary, rather multi-author books to understand that topic. Then only your understanding will be exact. Previously, we used to read at least 10 to 15 books to clarify a single topic. Now, I haven't seen Most of the students doing this, they Google it, they get the answer, they are satisfied. But which things that which makes us ourselves, the teachers, to feel their understanding is not correct, even if the lack of competence can be clarified if you're having a direct close contact with the teacher. So what I mean to say that respect and right evaluation is bridged by lack of competence, and you have to close up and shorten the bridge by your right understanding leading to success. তার মানেটা আমি কি বলতে চাইছি, আমি যেটা ভাবছি, ইভালুয়েট করছি, সেইটা আমি যেটা ভাবছি আর অ্যাকচুয়াল যেটা হচ্ছে, যার জন্য রেসপেক্ট আসছে, এর মধ্যে বিস্তর ফারাক আছে। সেই ফারাকটাকে কিভাবে সরাতে হবে, কিভাবে সরানো সম্ভব, কমপ্লিমেন্টারিটি আনতে হবে নিজের ওপেন মাইন্ডেডনেস আনতে হবে। আমি একটা গুগলে একটা সাইট থেকে যেটা জেনে সেটাই যে ওই পার্টিকুলার সাব-বাই বলবে না, have by conclusion amongst what you want, what you need, why you need, what will the outcome of that need. It's not, you are not able to cope up this with the engineering one. All these are very much related to household applications. Those are not correct. Even in work field also, even in college life also, all the 9 items are very crucial, because family is not only home. Wherever you are working, or you are reading, or you are spending time for a large tenure, it becomes your family. So firstly, I give you an example with your friend culture. Trust should be there, but provided it should not be blindfolded trust. You should think why I am actually trusting that person, whether it is with respect to certain respect I am wanting to give that person, whether I have affection to my relationship, whether I care my relationship, whether both of us are able to guide ourselves. Reverence means, it's in Hindi, it's written Shraddha, means whether I am having a certain amount of transformed respect for that person, whether my relationship will glorify the item in large scale, whether I have gratitude to the person, whether I love that person. I give an example, again say, with a subject called basic electrical, which you'll read just in the first year in the divided fashion. I trust that basic electrical engineering, if I read, I'll be able to get the core value of the mother engineering. Whether I have respect to the curriculum of basic electrical, whether I have affection to the entities there in the basic electrical engineering curriculum, whether I care about the societal aspects associated with the basic electrical engineering, whether I'm being guided effectively or I need more guidance to excel in my understanding, whether I have a reverence to what I am being taught by my teacher, whether I'm able to deliver my knowledge and glorify my entity amongst all, whether I'm having a gratitude to what I'm being taught from my teacher, and lastly, whether I love my subject. Have you all understood? The feelings in relationship, it's not only related with your family, it is related with wherever you work, wherever you stay for a large tenure, that becomes your family. And all these 9 entities must be there to have an effective relationship. Have you all understood? Any questions?
No,
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
okay. Then moving forward. Next is the human goal. Again, the same thing. I need to have mutual fulfillment. The 4 entities. First one, right understanding, prosperity, fearlessness, and coexistence. It means, firstly, again, in a nutshell, previously it was for family, now in a broader scale. You are working in a institution or any company, you're coming and going back through society. So you should have a right understanding of how you can reach your place. You should have belongingness about your family where you're working. You should have fearlessness for the society. But again, which is not mentioned here, the trust in society should not be blindfolded. You should apply your brain to trust in society, because not all the entities of the society are very clearly defined. So you have to inculcate the idea amongst right and wrong in your brain, and that too should not be guided by some conscience. I mean it. সোসাইটিতে কিছু ভালো আছে না খারাপ আছে, আগে আমাকে চিন্তা করতে হবে। এই চিন্তাটা যেন কেউ চাপিয়ে না দেয় যে ওটা কিন্তু ভালোই। এই যে ভালো ফিডব্যাকটা, সেটা তোমাকে নিজেকেও দেখতে হবে, সত্যি কি ভালো না ভালো নয়। তার মানেটা কি, কেউ ভালো বলে চলে গেল, আমি বিশ্বাস করলাম ওটাই ভালো, আমি কিন্তু সাস্টেন করতে পারবো না, তার মানে অবিশ্বাসও করব না। I mean it. You should take the idea from everybody. You should think on that repeatedly, and you should reach to the goal, and which is your mutual fulfillment. Means you're getting records from the overall society, family, individual, stakeholders, and you are thinking, rethinking, you are doing a research whether the inputs you have got from all of the stakeholders are correct or not, whether they are impinged by certain malpractices or they're impinged by certain forceful events. You should think, and think, and get records from diversified sources to have a mutual understanding of what you have to do, and you have to mutually fulfill your desire from all of the inputs of the stakeholders, which is the concept of harmony in the society. Next, coming to where we are now. We are, dear students, I should tell you, even if we are doing UHV in whole India and it's a mandate course by the AICTE, we are not able to reach the goal because we don't have many people who have understood the human goal. And there is a gross misunderstanding of, as you can see, the black lines, assumptions. It's a given an example. Money is everything. Accumulation by any means. Money is not a matter of fact. I can't buy happiness with money. So it's a bad assumption. Accumulation. I just gave an example of Wikipedia. Whatever is there in the Wikipedia may not be correct. So accumulation should be from the diversified sources so that I can get a very good response and I can come to a solid conclusion. Domination, exploitation. I need to dominate and I need to impinge my idea to someone which is not correct, which will lead to exploitation. It's not the right understanding. Next is mastery and exploitation. Mastery and domination are much more related, but they are explicitly different. Domination means always I will try to impinge my idea on sometimes. And mastery means always I will think that I'm the boss of everything. Both are incorrect, which can lead to obsession, terrorism, and depletion. Resource depletion means resource deletion. Means what? My mind is getting overcrowded with the bad ideas and I'm not able to excel myself with the interpersonal relationships. So what will be the outcome? I will fail. Whatever I am in the college, I will fail. Wherever I'm in the office, I will fail. Don't think that being first in a class is everything. No, I have seen several students scoring 90% marks, but not, I just give an example very rudely. I pardon and I say that I have seen those students not getting any jobs, even if they are scoring 90%. That means 90% should not be a criterion. The criterion should be right understanding, how I interpret the knowledge, because the companies will come, they will not see your bookish knowledge. They will see the marks, provided it's one of the criterion is marks, but it's not the all. Marks associated with the understanding. If both are there, it's a very good thing, and definitely you will lead to the goal and you will reach the goal ladder with a guided response from all of the stakeholders of your family and the society. Is it clear? Or should I repeat once?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Next, going to the human education. It's no doubt the continuation of the current state. We are now in a misunderstanding zone. That means our education is imperfect. We are reading a subject, but we are not understanding. I just give you an example. You're reading physics, but you are not understanding the inner meaning of the physics. Will it suffice your needs? Hello? সেটা কি sufficient?
Repeat the question.
I repeat, আমি physics পড়ছি, পড়ে গেলাম, বাট কিছুই বুঝলাম না। সেটা কি আমার কোনো কাজ হলো?
না,
করলাম, আমি ফিজিক্সটাকে মুখস্থ করে নিলাম। Just like what we say, we read it and mug it up amongst ourselves. It will not suffice the needs in long run. I may pass the exam with a very good marks, but in the long run, whenever I'm being asked the same question in a different mode, I'll be unable to answer because I haven't understood that item in my mother tongue. Again, I give you another example. Don't think about all these charts given here. Come out from that, learn it practically. one person is able to deliver a lecture in English fluently, and another person is delivering the same lecture. I repeat, one person uh, is uh, delivering a lecture fluently, uh, but uh, the the other person uh, is delivering the lecture
Ma'am,
non
your voice is cracked.
fluently. No, it is not cutting. I'm doing it deliberately. Have you got the difference between two mode of deliveries?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
আমি কি বলতে চেয়েছি বোঝা গেছে? এই যে প্রথম কথাটা ফ্লুয়েন্টলি গেল, পরের কথাটা আটকে আটকে গেল, তার মানে আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংটার কোথায় সমস্যা? ব্রেনে। বিকজ a fluent speaker and a stammered speaker, the transformation in brain is different. A fluent speaker is having the Bengali to English transformation very fastly in her brain, and a stammered speaker who is doing this e and all that, he or she is speaking the same thing, but the transformation of Bengali to English is coming in a delayed fashion in that person's mind. So what you have to do, you have to transform yourself so that you can speak fluently by transforming yourself so that the translation from Bengali to English is becoming very fast in your mind and you are leading to success. I have told you all with an example of English speaking. Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
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 বলতে চাইছি আমার আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংটা কখন পারফেক্ট হবে, যখন আমি নিজে বুঝবো আমার কি ভুল। So I advise my students in the transformation progress, if you want to excel in fluency, stand in front of a mirror and speak relentlessly. Believe me, dear students, you will laugh at yourself, because when we are speaking, we are not able to see our faces. We're not able to see the punctuations and the facial reactions. Whenever you will stand in front of the mirror and you will speak, you will see how your body is moving, how your face is bending. From that, you can do a physical correction, and by doing it, your fluency will increase. So this is one example of transformation progress. I just gave you an example with the English speaking. So in each case, you have to realize yourself, and you have to have a self-realization. Then only you can have a perfect human education with a personal transformation. Now, these are the orders of nature. It's a bio order, animal order, physical order, or human order. And you will be in harmony if everything is interrelated and mutually fulfilled. All should be interrelated, and everything should have a definite perspective, and all are interrelated to have a mutual fulfillment. Then only you can lead to success. Now, these are the details of the four orders. No need to just remember this. All are these four orders. This chart says what should be your activity, what should be your self organizations, how you should inherit the nutshell of this. I'm telling. No need to memorize all these charts, because these are coming from the basic spec chart of universal human values. So physical, bio, animal, and human. All orders should be interrelated and mutually fulfilled, then only the societal aspect will be explicitly perfect. But in reality, this thing is very bookish because we have seen, even if we are able to interpret the human order with the physical order and the bio order, but we are unable to have, you're fulfilling the animal order, human order, physical order, but you are unable to retain it with respect to the bio order. So in real time, it should be our task to relate all of the orders such that your understanding and prosperity will be perfect and your prosperity will be achieved. So this is a nutshell of this overall chart. Now, I have come almost to the last portion of my presentation. Now, human order, because you should know the humans are having human order is always in the top. Human order should be like that. It should inculcate the feelings and it should accommodate the physical order to reach the zenith. It should accomplish the plant order to reach the zenith. It should incorporate and inculcate the animal order to reach the zenith. That means it's the task of the human order only to bind all these things such that the societal, family, nature, self, and body, all of the relationships are not getting hampered. And if you want to sustain, you should have parity amongst all. 100% is not possible. Again, I tell you, my dear students, there is always a manual error. If you work, there will be a manual error, but it should be our task to reduce the error and to have a parity amongst all. So now coming to why the induction program we are doing. We're trying to make yourselves equipped with a student activity. What are the engineering curriculum? How we go on with our curriculum? We are orienting you to our education system. Henceforth, the 21 days induction program is running. And these are the activity lists which you'll be doing. This is human values, which I have taught you. You'll have the physical health and related activities. You'll have the familiarization of your department, which has already been done. You'll be visited to certain local areas. You'll be given lectures from eminent people. You'll be having a language proficiency module, which is not a part of this UHV. You'll have a separate language proficiency module. You'll have a literature module. Probably it's already been done by Shudip sir and some other teachers. And you should have a creative practices, whether you are interested in the dance or you're interested in singing or something else. And you should have, again, extracurricular activities, which you have in your schedule. So that's all with my presentation. I have come to the end of my presentation. If you do have any questions, you can ask me. I'm stopping my sharing. If you do have any questions, you can ask me. I've already come to the end of my presentation.